Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about basic instruction types. These are also called as instruction formats. In second unit, we have two very important topics. Those are instruction formats and addressing modes. These are the only important topics in entire second unit. Uh, Here basic instruction types, or we can also call it as instruction formats. We have the following four types of instruction formats. Instead of using a word instruction, we have to use a instruction format. No problem. We have four different types of instruction formats. First one is three address instruction format, two address instruction format, one address instruction format, and zero address instruction format. These are the four categories of or types of instruction formats. Let us see first one, three address instruction. An instruction having three operands. Then that type of instruction is called three address instruction format. Syntax. See, the syntax of a three address instruction format is opcode. We call it as operational code. Opcode, source 1, source 2, and a destination. See, opcode means operational code, which is nothing but what is the operation which we perform on those operands, right? The operation which is going to perform on those operands are called opcode. See example, adding of two numbers. Our aim is to add two numbers. See, the instruction is add. It is nothing but opcode which is used to add two numbers. Add, source 1 A, source 2 B, destination is C. It's nothing but simply C, A plus B to C. It's going to forward arrow, backward arrow. See, backward arrow, it represents A plus B. See, the square brackets represent the contents. The square brackets always represents the contents of the register, right? A plus B are added and stores the result in C, where A and B are called as source operands. C is called destination operand, right? Opcode means operational code. See, this is about three address instruction format. See, in three address instruction format, we have three operands, right? Opcode, source 1, source 2, and destination. Next, two address instruction format. See, in two address instruction format, we have two operands. An instruction having two operands, syntax, opcode, source, destination. See example, move B, C. Here, see, the content is moved from B to C. And add A, C. Next instruction, add A, C. See, we have to add the contents of A to C. The C already contains the content of B and stores the result in C. So it is also represents C is equal to A plus B, because already the content of B is moved to C, right? Here we have to add the contents of A to existing B and stores the result in C. So it is also gives the information like C is equal to A plus B. But here we have to use only two operands. That's why we called it as a two address instruction format. See, for all these examples we use C is equal to A plus B example, right? See, you have to observe the difference of three address instruction format and two address instruction format. On the same example, how can we use in one address instruction format? Okay, we see the three address instruction format and two address instruction format. For the purpose of doing the same of C is equal to A plus B, how can we represent it in one address instruction format? See, in one address instruction format, we have to use only one operand. See, an instruction having only one operand. See, here one more register which we use, a processor register, that is called accumulator, AC. Accumulator is a register which is used to store the data. Here we have to use a register that is called accumulator register, AC. Example, see, first load A. See, the content is loaded from A to accumulator register, A to AC, and then add B. See, add B means already AC contains the contents of A, and we have to add the content of B to an existing accumulator and store the resultant again in accumulator. So AC plus B gives AC. See, here this AC contains the content of A, so A plus B, and that result is stored in accumulator. But that is not our target. Our target is to store the result in C. So we have to store the result in C. That is, AC goes to C. So you get the result like C is equal to A plus B, because AC contains the content of A and the content of B. See, you must be observe the difference of three address instruction, two address instruction, and one address instruction. Because we are doing here the same example of C is equal to A plus B, how can we do this in different ways of two address, three address, and one address? Okay. Next, the same example, how can we represent with zero address instruction format? Zero address, which means there is no operands. We use stack operation for doing C is equal to A plus B. See, an instruction having zero operands, in it uses stack operations push and pop to perform operation. Hope you know the stack operations of push and pop. Push, a stack is a linear data structure. In stack, insertions and deletions takes place at one end, that is called TOP, that is top of the stack. We can also call it as TOS, top of the stack. Insertions and deletions takes place only that end, one end. See, we have to use two operations for insertions and deletions. One is push and second one is pop. Push is an operation used to insert an element into the stack, and pop is an operation which is used to delete an element from the stack. So these two operations are used to perform the operations in zero address instruction. See, first push A. See, A, the contents of A is moved or pushed into stack, top of stack, and push B, we can also push the content of B to stack and add. So the stack contains both A and B. We have to add A and B, that is A plus B is again stored to top of the stack, and pop C. See, both the addition of A and B are popped from the stack and stored in C, right? This is zero address instruction format. See here, we use push and pop operations for performing C is equal to A plus B. Hope you observe the difference of 3 address, 2 address, 1 address and 0 address. All these instructions are doing the same, that is addition of A plus B and store the result in C. But based upon the type of the instruction format, the instructions are vary. Right? We have to see one more example for doing x is equal to A plus B into C plus D. Suppose if you want to perform x is equal to A plus B into C plus D, how can we perform these? Perform this with 3 address, true address, 1 address and 0 address. See here, first in 3 address, add A comma B comma R1. Our aim is, see carefully, our aim is x is equal to A plus B into C plus D. So before going to evaluate this expression, we need to observe first, we have to evaluate bracket things first. See A plus B first and then C plus D, and then we have to apply multiplication between the results of A plus B and C plus D. So first add A comma B comma R1. It gives you, we have to add the content of A and B, stores the result in R1 register, right? Add A comma B comma R1 means we have to add the contents of A comma B and stores the result in R1. See, already we have an example. Next, add C comma D comma R2. Add C comma D comma R2, which means we have to add the contents of C and D. Okay, the contents of C and D are added together and stores the result in R2. Now we have to evaluate A plus B and C plus D. Now our aim is to multiply these two results and stores the result in X. So we have to use one more instruction which is called MUL. MUL represents the multiplication. MUL, okay. See, MUL R1 comma R2 comma X. So this is the instruction which multiplies the content of R1 and R2 and stores the result in X. See, I already, R1 contains the addition of A and B, and R2 contains the addition of C and D. Now our aim is to multiply these results. So R1 and R2 are multiplied and stores the result in X. So this is the instructions which we use for evaluating x is equal to A plus B into C plus D in 3 address instruction format. So next, the same example, how can we represent in 2 address instruction format? See, here we have to use only 2 operands in 2 address instruction format. See, first move A comma R1. it means the content of A is moved to R1, and add B comma R1, add B comma R1. It means already R1 contains the content of A, and we have to add B to an existing R1 and stores the result is in R1 also. See, if you are observe always right hand side means right hand side contains the destination, see A comma R1, so R1 is destination, add B comma R1, again R1 is the destination, and now R1 contains A and B after completion of add instruction. Next, move C comma R2, right? Move C comma R2 means the content of C is moved to register R2, right? Next, add D comma R2, again R2 contains C plus D, right? After completion of first add the register R1 contains A plus B, and after completion of second add instruction, the register R2 contains C plus D. Now our aim is to multiply these R1 and R2 registers and stores the result in R2. MUL R1 comma R2, MUL R1 comma R2. So the content of R1 and R2 are multiplied and stores the result in R2. But that is not a proper destination to place the result, because our aim is to place the result in X. So move R2 comma X, move R2 comma X. So the entire result is placed to X, moved to X. Okay, this is the representation of X is equal to A plus B into C plus D in two address instruction format. The same can be represented in one address instruction format. See, load A, load A. So here in one address instruction format we have to use a processor register which is called accumulator AC. So A is loaded into accumulator, and add B, add B. See, accumulator already contains the A content, and we have to add to an existing AC to B. So again store the result in accumulator. So add B, after add B instruction is performed, the accumulator contains the content of A and B. Stores T1, so the result is stored in T1. So T1 now contains a move AC, that is A plus B. Next, again load C, accumulator stores the content of C, and add D. So we have to add D for existing AC because AC contains contents of C. Next, MUL T1, mul T1. See, already T1 contains AC, that is A plus B. Here we have to add AC. Here AC contains C plus D. So we have to multiply both AC and T1. That now accumulator contains the multiplication result of A plus B and C plus D. Next, our aim is not stores the result in accumulator. Our aim is to store the result in X. So now accumulator contains the multiplication of A plus B and C plus D. So we have to store the result in X, store X, right? This is about one address instruction format, and zero address instruction format. Zero address instruction format. See, here we have to use only stack operation, that is push and pop, right? Push A stores the content of A in top of the stack. TOS means top of the stack. Push B, okay, B is also added or pushed into the top of the stack, and add, both A and B are added and stores the result in again stack, and push C and push D both are added together and again stores the result in top of the stack, right? Multiply TOS, top of the stack, that is A plus B into C plus D, right? Pop X means we have to delete the result from the stack and stores the result in X, that is top of the stack. This is about zero address instruction format. See, this is very important topic. It is very important as well as very easy topic, instruction formats. Okay, types of instruction formats. Thank you.